Hi, my name is Ryan Cant. I'm the CEO at AirWrx, and today we're going to do a product review of the Intel NUC Ghost Canyon. As you can see, it's packaged really well in this nice display box. We're going to kind of unravel this thing. You're going to see how well this is built and packaged, and we're going to talk about why this is the go-to computer for us in the UAV industry and why we use it. So as you can see, it's packaged in this hard case. So if you're ever moving around or you're mobile, it's kind of nice because it has a little bit of a shoulder sling and you can bring it with you anywhere you go and you know it's going to be protected. The beauty of it is only a 5-liter chassis. So it's really going to be lightweight, mobile, and it's not going to be something luggish that you're going to want to pull around like a 15-liter chassis, like a traditional kind of desktop computer would be. So you have this little shoulder strap that just unclips the side so you can remove the top here. And this is it. So this is the Intel NUC Ghost Canyon. So as you can see, it's in a really nice sleek chassis. Again, it's only a 5-liter chassis, so it is really small and it's actually really lightweight in comparison to other computers in the same class in terms of speed and power. So as you can see, it's got a plain gridded side pattern. It does come in 2 sides. It does have a hex pattern. In the hex pattern, it's gonna have the skull on it, but of course you can have it in a plain grid pattern if you like as well. So let's talk about the specs, a little bit about this computer. So it's running an i9-9980HK CPU. So it's a mobile gaming CPU. It's still extremely powerful, not quite as powerful as an i9-9900K. However, you are getting less power consumption with the mobile chip, so it's not draining a mobile, say, if you're bringing it to the field, it's not gonna drain a battery, a backup battery charger, if that's what you're gonna be wanting to maybe use this for. It's GPU, so we have a 30-cent NVIDIA RTX NVIDIA graphics card in here, which is a 3060 Ti. So that's a really powerful 30 series GPU. So anything you're gonna wanna throw at it, if you're gonna be navigating a 3D model, this thing is gonna be able to handle it no problem. So of course it's a mini ITX form factor, so the GPU that's inside of this, it's just a dual fan. However, the way that this whole chassis has been designed is it gets an incredible amount of cooling. So we have the GPU that's on this side, that's pushing air out. You got dual fans here on the top as well, and it's sucking air through this side, which is allowing it to ensure that, of course, the CPU, GPU stays cooled at all times. What's really nice about the way that that this NUC is been developed is they have what's called the element card. So the element card is where the CPU has been designed, and it has everything built in just this small little computer chip. And why that is beneficial is any model or any generation that comes after this, they will have the opportunities, buyers will have the opportunities to update just that CPU, that element board, the element card, or the graphics card. So you have the ability to upgrade this as time goes on. And if all those that know about NUCs is they keep coming out with new generations. Sometimes it may not be cost effective to upgrade it, just buy a new one because they are affordable. But what's brilliant about this is it actually gives people in that field, in the computer field, to add new chips in there. So if you wanna increase your RAM, you wanna increase your storage, you wanna replace a GPU card, you have the ability. And that's what's really nice about this, is as time goes on, this isn't gonna then be thrown to the side in 4 years because faster, better computer technology is out there. That's something that you'll be able to continue to upgrade. So another big note is of course on the front, we just have some of the things that you're gonna interact with. So you have your SD card, you have USB 2.0, 3.0, and then you also have your power button here. And then on the back, we have a lot more outputs as well. So if we look at the back here, we have 2 Ethernet gigaports, we have more USB ports, we have an HDMI port, and we have Thunderbolt 3.0 as well, and an audio jack. So you pretty much have all the ports you're really ever gonna need. If you ever need expansion, you could always go that route and just get an adapter on Amazon, but you have everything you're really gonna need to make sure that this is a full gaming setup. So I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, why would we wanna go with a 5-liter chassis? Why is it something that's important to us when we can go and get something that maybe a little bit beefier? Well, one is cost. This thing, for what you're getting, is incredibly affordable. 2, when you're in the drone industry, you want something that's mobile. You're already carrying around a lot of equipment, a lot of hard cases. So you want something that if you're gonna bring to the field, you're gonna be able to put into a hard case, or even have the case that it comes with as a shoulder strap, because it's gonna be well protected. But the reason why this is fundamental is for those that are thinking about whether they want to do remote and in-office image processing, whether they're using Pix4D, Drone Deploy, DJI Terra, Autodesk Recap, it's all a Windows software. Nothing's catered to Apple in this market. Everything has to be run on Windows 10. And this is a Windows 10 little supercomputer. It's a gaming monster, but it's designed really well to work with all these different types of image processing softwares. Why we went with this is because we know that the people that are probably going to want to be doing some in-office image processing is because they may have a project that they need to be able to bring a computer out into the field with them. So if you're going out and you're doing an oil and gas inspection and it's incredibly remote and you don't have the ability to upload photos because you don't have internet, or internet's just really, really bad and it's just not fast enough to be able to upload data, well, your best option is to be able to have something that's gonna be able to crunch that data set while you're out in the field. And this is the solution. This is gonna be able to give you that capacity to be able to crunch large data sets on a small little mobile gaming computer like this. And so the reason why we like it is it's a NUC. So with other types of drone software, you do have the ability to do what's called cluster computing. So we've designed this really kind of specifically more catered towards DJI Terra. So for DJI Terra, they are the only software that at least we're aware of that you have the ability to do what's called cluster computing. You can put multiple of these together. So I'm sure you may have heard of that, being able to have the capacity to increase compute power by pairing up multiple Apple Minis. Well, kind of the same premises with this. You could put a few of them together and you then are increasing the power. So you're getting 2 CPUs to crunch data and 2 GPUs. And so what it's partitioning is basically partitioning and tiling data sets so that you can start working through and it can start basically rendering data faster. So if you're typically waiting 2 hours for a data set to render, it might only be an hour. And so that's the benefit of cluster computing. But of course, this alone is going to be a heck of a lot more powerful than your standard laptop will. And so if you want to bring your laptop in the field, you're probably going to want to work on that while you're sitting in the hotel or whatnot, or even if this is just going to be your office dedicated drone image processing computer, it's definitely going to be the way to go, because whenever you start doing image processing, your computer locks up. You cannot do anything else with it. So you got to just let it sit and do its thing. And this is very, very powerful in the fact that it is able to overclock at 5 gigahertz, which is an incredibly powerful computer given its size. In terms of storage, it does have 2 storage slots, so you can put up to 4 terabytes of storage in here. You have the ability of SATA or NVMe. And of course, it's interchangeable. So if you wanted to take them out down the road, you can also remove them and put in new cards. You also have up to 64 gigabytes of RAM. So it comes in 16, 32, and 64. I mean, obviously better to have more RAM than not. It's just gonna help with any of the internal processing, dedicating certain tasks to the CPU. But here in this one, we have sitting in front of us, this is 2 terabytes, 64 gigabytes of RAM with the i9 processor in it and a 3060 Ti NVIDIA graphics card. So it's a little it's very powerful. It's a little monster in my opinion. And we have these available on our store. So if you're interested in getting these, we are an Intel Alliance partner. So we are able to put these together and package them for you nicely, just as you see here. And it's gonna be great for those that are wanting to bring a computer in the field that's gonna be able to crunch larger data sets with whatever type of drone processing software you're using. Again, whether that's Pix4D, Recap, or DJI Terra. We are gonna do a featured review of DJI Terra shortly in this next video. You can click up top to see that video. And we'll also do Recap, because there are advantages to when you may want to use Recap if you are doing terrestrial 3D scanning. But again, this is our go-to. We love this computer. We bring it wherever we need to go, ensuring that we have the ability to do some on-site processing if needed. So if you have any questions, reach out to our team, AirWrx, at AirWrx. So contact at airwrx.com. We'll be happy to answer any questions. And if you want, we'll go ahead and put one of these together for you as well. Awesome, and thank you, and I hope you guys all have a great day.